Mother keeps standing up for this Massimo Moroni. It makes me crazy, Dad. I just want to strangle the guy. What do you think we should do about this?
I don't know, Ridge. I've been asking myself the same thing ever since he arrived.
I can't believe she's defending him.
He has a lot of influence over her.
You're worried about that, aren't you?
How could I not be, Ridge? Never occurred to me that your mother could be that vulnerable to another man.
You think she's in love with him?
I don't know. Maybe. In all fairness, I don't think your mother knows either. But Massimo knows the power that he has over your mother, and he's not backing away.
You talked to Mother about this?
Only about a dozen times. I've talked to him, too, but every time I do, I get so angry I end up sounding like some jealous teenager. You know, I've given up arguing about it. It just backfires on me every time.
Then don't do it, Dad. This is way beneath your dignity to get involved in this. You let me handle this bastard.
I don't think that's a very good idea.
Just save it, Dad. This guy has a lesson to learn. I'm the teacher.
You know, there are times when I just... Come in, Ridge.
Moroni, you made your first mistake today.
And what was that?
Telling your security guards to let me come up here.
I understand that Ridge left in kind of a huff. Do you know where he went?
No, actually. Although I suspect he went to see Massimo.
And you let him?
He's a grown-up. He can handle himself. Now, you and I have an appointment. Let's get out of here.
We do?
Mm-hmm. Look, Ridge is in control. Everything's just fine. So you and I are going to leave. I'm going to concentrate on you and me.
I see. Are you threatening me, Ridge?
Whatever it takes.
To do what?
To get you the hell out of this town.
Ah, well then. You better make your threat, Ridge, because I'm going nowhere. Come in, my friend.
All right, let's get something straight right now, Moroni. I am not your friend. I am worse than your enemy. If you continue to mess with my family, I swear to you, I will stop you. I will stop you with whatever it takes.
You're right, Dean.
So help me God, I'm going to wipe that smug look off your face.
And how will you do that? With threats, insults, or perhaps you'll send me into a flying rage. Impossible. I can't feel anger at you. You're only acting out of ignorance.
Out of ignorance?
Mm-hmm. You don't know who I am. Why I do the things I do.
Because you hate my father, that's why. And you're trying to get back at him for stealing my mother away from you.
Oh, hate, revenge. What a waste of time. A distraction from matters that really count. Case in point, you. You have a beautiful wife. 3 lovely children waiting for you at home. What are you doing? You're standing here railing at me.
I'm here to give you a warning. I don't want you anywhere near my family or Brooke, for that matter.
You're still rushing to her defense, aren't you? Did you learn nothing?
You don't have a clue what you put their family through, do you? Their family is ripped apart. She's not going to trust her father anymore. She'll likely never even speak to him again. How do you justify that, Massimo, huh?
War is never pretty.
Oh, that's just great. You're going to war against Brooke, huh? A lonely, vulnerable woman. Why, Massimo? What do you stand to gain?
Not a thing. I didn't do it for me. I did it for your mother. in love with her, you see.
Stephanie.
I was just going to check up on him.
Ridge will be fine. Unless you think Massimo's going to do something to harm him.
Of course not.
Then everything's going to be all right.
Mr. and Mrs. Forrester, good evening.
Charles, hello.
Can I make a recommendation from the wine list?
Champagne, please. Something extraordinary. Something for a special occasion.
We have one remaining bottle of the $82 Rosé.
Sold. That'll be fine. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Did I miss something?
Yes, you did. We both have. Many opportunities for moments like this. How long has it been?
I don't remember, but it's really not important.
Yes, it is. How are you going to know how much you mean to me if I don't take the time to show you?
Well, that's very sweet.
Is this all right?
I'm sorry?
Or would you rather be somewhere else?
No, I love the Cafe Russe. I'm enjoying myself. I just find it a bit ironic.
Ironic? I'm not sure what you mean.
Would you and I be sitting here if it weren't for Massimo? I think I'll write Massimo a thank you note.
I think you should. He's obnoxious and he's meddlesome. But he did bring my attention to something I've been ignoring.
Me?
I've been very focused on the children and everything that's wrong, instead of paying attention to everything that's right. And that's us.
This really wasn't necessary.
It wasn't. You mean I could be at home right now watching football?
Sure, Michael.
Waiter, check, please.
No. I'm having a good time.
Good.
I mean, this is fun. We should do it more often. But I don't need that much attention. No, I'm not really high maintenance like some people I know.
No, you're not. But our family is. And if Massimo were here, he would say that you've been doing all the work. And that it's cost you your health and your happiness.
Massimo has a tendency to see life as either black or white.
Still, when I think back on the woman you were when I first met you, how you were so happy and carefree.
Is that how you remember it?
Are you saying that's not the way it was?
What does it matter? It was a long time ago. But I will tell you this. Massimo's contention that life with him would have been a bowl of cherries is kind of silly. He never knew where he was going to be from one day to the next or whom he was going to be with. Wouldn't have worked out.
But you thought about it.
Huh?
Marrying him, you thought about what that would be like.
I didn't think about marrying anyone at 17.
And then I got you pregnant. How do you feel about that now?
How I feel about that?
When you look back on that decision, the life you chose, do you have any regrets?
You're in love with my mother?
Yes, I am.
Well, it's a little late for that declaration, wouldn't you say, Massimo? Because you missed your chance. My mother's happier than she's ever been.
I believe that, too. Based on our phone conversations, our correspondence. But then, I paid a little visit here. And you know what I found? Your mother. After confrontation with Brooke, she was devastated. She was shaking so badly she couldn't hold a glass of water. You know what she told me? She told me she feared for her life. That's why I took action. And you want to know something? I'd do it again.
You stay away from my mother, you hear me? You stay away from my whole family.
Believe me, I have no particular interest in wanting to get embroiled in your family's little dramas. But if your mother calls on me...
Oh, she won't.
Oh, you seem very sure about that.
My mother is no wilting flower, Massimo.
No, she's a very strong woman, isn't she? Tough, determined. A fighter. Would it surprise you to know that it wasn't always the case? She has changed so much since we grew up together. Well, I mean, there are a lot of things that are still the same. I mean, her charm, her graciousness. But she has changed so much, she is almost unrecognizable. Your mother was a delight. She was full of mischief. She was so independent, she had absolutely no fear. I mean, just being with her, you felt like you could do almost anything. Because that's the way she felt. Because of her. You know, we always thought she would have the most spectacular life. Well, contrast that with the woman that you see today. Disillusioned, disappointed, grateful for any shred of tenderness that her husband deigns to throw her way. She gave up her whole life for him. His name